Hi guys, and welcome to this unboxing video. This time I've got something really special lined up for you. This is a micro switch keyboard, a Univac, no old stock Hall effect. I can't wait to open this thing. It was proxied all the way from America for me, along with some other keyboards. And in addition, the sender also sent me some local delicacies. Sea salted caramel beaver nuggets, Hill Country brand Bohemian recipe garlic beef jerky. That sounds pretty good actually. I'm a bit of a meat eater. Jalapeno brittle, which looks exceptionally evil. I think my stomach's gonna enjoy that one. And chili infused dark chocolate rocks. Nice. Who knows, I might actually do tasting videos at some point. I'll become a full-blown Ashen. Right. Oh, and armed with a little drink. This is my favourite cocktail. It's called a Nazgul, which I learned about during my time in the UK. Right, so let's have a look at this. 50 SW 1146. It says on the outside of the box. Yeah, I think you can just about make that out. The SW in the name of this keyboard is indicative of the switches it uses. Apparently it uses SW switches, which was originally known as dual magnet Hall effect, which are the best Hall effect switches, at least from micro switch. And what looks like a date stamp from 1973, late 1973. Fucking hell, that makes this thing bleeding ancient. Anything else on this? Univac SperryRand keyboard for type numbers 1701, 0402, 1701, 0502. Whole bunch of complicated numbers. On this side is nothing. Micro switch keyboard, keeping you in touch with the future. That is very ironic for a keyboard that's more than 45 years old. Right. So let's finally open this baby. I need a better utility knife for this. I don't want to scratch anything underneath, so that's why I'm lifting it up as I open the box. Oh my god, it's in another box. Bloody hell. So this box was in another protective box, and that was sent in another box. So there's actually 4 boxes in this. Oh no, wait, this is not a box. I think this is a cover. It's some really ancient paper. Look, so this is basically blue roll from the early 70s. Interesting. And some foam. That looks remarkably pristine. And what looks like an apocalyptically thick cable. I mean, Jesus. Fucking Christ. I mean, let me just get my digital calipers here, because I kind of want to see how thick that cable is now. So that is, give or take, it's over a centimeter. 1.060 centimeter. Jeez, how much is that in inches for the Imperial folk among us? About 0.44 flurple derps. Wow, that's incredible. That might be the thickest cable I've ever seen. This is promising. How do I get this out? Just, yes. Okay, I'm just gonna take this out for a second. Ooh, little information card. Manufacturer design status. Item identification number 5035592. Lots of complicated numbers. I doubt anything will be searchable from that. Ah, delicious. So, how do I how do I open this? I guess I gotta cut this. Okay. Man, this must be the best boxed keyboard I've ever seen. Jesus. Ooh, wow, that's the smell of the 70s. Oh, I wish this was in the smell-o-vision. Oh, man. Oh, it's so nice. This thing is over 45 years old and it's brand new. This is the first time anyone's ever looked at this keyboard since 45 years ago. I mean, how cool is that? Right. Let's get rid of this as well. I have no idea what this is. This looks like it gets slots inside some kind of computer bank or something. I'm not too familiar with 70s computer. Oh, well, rubber bands are not very good anymore. I'm not too familiar with 70s computer technology. So, yeah, I guess this is part of the computer is supposed to interface with. This stuff's kind of sticky. Yeah, quite disgusting actually. You can see how many threads are coming from this giant cable. I'm starting to understand why it's so thick now. Right, and now the main dish. Mentally prepare myself for it. Right. So originally I wanted to buy this keyboard because I thought it was going to come with microswitch switches, which came in a model of Univac keyboard that was extremely similar to this. But then someone bought one from the same seller and they found out that it was SW. But let's be honest, that's really, really not a bad find. New old stock SW. I mean, fucking hell. That's really... it's oiled or something. I'm gonna... have I got a tissue or something? Fuck it. I'm starting to understand now what's inside this plastic. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Now, so it's got a whole bunch of levers on it. Zero fill, blank fill, punch, verify, punch. It's got a punch lever on it. Load, program, off, load data, auto, manual, program 1, 2. Oh, that is very satisfying. That one's got 3 positions, makes sense. Oh, this alone is worth it, man. I want this on my modern keyboards. Right, interestingly, it looks like the tops of the keycaps, which are probably ABS, have yellowed a little bit, even though this has never left its original box. That's very interesting. Right, and a little protective sticker, I guess, on the space bar. Not sure what to do with that. Why would you put a protective sticker on the space bar? Okay, I'll look into that later. So, I don't think there's a manual that comes with the keyboard. So maybe this was just a replacement part or something. Well, let's try it out. Ooh, that's basically a drum roll, isn't it? So, ooh, that is a stiff spacebar. It's also possibly the loudest one I've ever heard. Oh my god, Jesus, that's apocalyptically loud. Oh man, I might need to shut that up a little bit. Thankfully, it's so loud that it's actually kind of difficult to bottom out, and it's really the bottom out noise that makes it so loud. And I guess the sliding sound of the stabilizers. It is quite smooth, actually. Yeah, as I suspected, it's quite smooth. It's not the absolute smoothest I've ever tried. I can already spoil that, but it's pretty good. The weighting is also not too bad. Some SW switches are really quite stiff. But these are not that stiff, I think. Maybe it's just because they're fairly smooth. I don't know. It seems kind of medium weighting. I want to be a little bit lighter than MX Black or something. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to tell off of such a short momentary notice. So I just noticed there's a whole bunch of weird legends on this. And the layout is just bizarre. I mean, it's got a backspace key in the middle. I'm just going to tilt it so you can see a little bit better. It's got a backspace key here, top row in the middle, and it's single unit. Not great. A -11 button. What the hell? I mean, these keys alone here, that is the weirdest number row I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that's not even an exaggeration. This is by far the weirdest number row I've ever seen in my life. Oh, in fact, it's got a numpad here. See? So I guess it worked with some kind of function layer. -RJ plus RJ. No idea what that's for. There's a left bracket key here, but I can't see a right bracket key. Where am I missing it? I can't see a right bracket key. Oh, so right. Interesting. And similarly, I think there's only a what is it? A smaller than sign. I can't see a greater than sign. Oh no, wait, it's here. Oh, lovely. Oh, and here is the right bracket as well. What the fuck? Who came up with this? Right, that's an interesting design choice. Must be some kind of reason for that I'm not seeing. Maybe a vintage keyboard that predated it had it like this, except it had the keys in a different layout or something. Multi-punch, I'm guessing. I guess, speaking of punch, by the way, I'm guessing that this was made for a punch card computer, like the older 8010 that I reviewed, which actually came with the same switches. It's got a bunch of indicator lights here. Not sure what they're for, to be honest. I mean, this looks very random, almost like someone's playing Twister on it. The badge is really nice, by the way. It's really big. It's metal. And the letters are 3D and textured. So that's really cool. How heavy is this thing? Let's see. I'll just get my scales. I mean, considering this thing was supposed to plug into something, I'm guessing that this wasn't one of those keyboard in computer things. I'm guessing that it's just a keyboard. It's really not light. It's in fact 2.2 kilos almost. And that's not bad. That's more than a Model M in what's really only just a 60% keyboard. Even though I guess it's taller than my fist. Still, that's nice. That looks so cool. Wow. Let's have a look at the switches. I should be able to pull off a keycap here. Oh, that goes very easily. Oh, look at that. It's got a slightly different mount than most SWs I'm used to. Normally they come with a square post, but this looks more like a bar mount. Keycaps still look square inside. They're also one of the most unique looking keycaps I've ever seen. I mean, I knew what they were going to look like because I'd seen pictures of the model before, but they look so interesting. That's very cool. Also, they have very interesting homing dishes. So there's little cups. I'm not sure. I don't think the camera can see that. But there's little cups on the ASDF and JKL skip keys. It's like these keys are spherical, whereas the rest, well, actually the rest are also spherical, but only vaguely. It's very subtle. Yeah, I'm really not sure what this does. This is going to be hell to take. I don't think there's a way to take this off cleanly. So I might as well just take it off now. Because all the sticky material is clearly dried out. So getting this off, well, actually, I know some chemical ways to get rid of this. That should be fine. So yeah, I mean, it's really lovely, actually. It's beautiful. I mean, God, you see, this is why I love vintage keyboards. It's always such an adventure, and especially unboxing such a pristine old model. It's just amazing. I absolutely love it. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna start scripting this thing. It'll be quite a while before I can actually get to reviewing it, unfortunately, because I have a very busy schedule for the moment. But trust me, there will definitely be a review on this keyboard at some point. I think it'll be very difficult to get something like like this going with a modern PC. I'm not sure this can fit in a USB port. But who knows? Some angel intervention might suddenly occur, and I could actually use it with a modern computer. Who knows? It's going to be interesting with this layout, but still. Anyway, guys, I really got to go now. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later.